Welcome back, everybody, to Act 4, Part 4. In the previous part, we killed Lucius and read 4 lore notes. And I forgot to show you guys in the last part, but this is the monster infrequent that Lucius drops. Reckless Power is Arcanist, and Word of Renewal is Inquisitor. So if you played those two classes, this weapon might be able to assist you depending on what you're building.
Put it to good use.
But it's not really doing anything for us, so we're going to vendor it for the gold, or for iron. And the next part is secure the inner necropolis rift gate. Oh, Captain Reeves wants us to go kill and talk to Anastasia the witch.
Brings you to my forge.
Let's make 5 of those, because we only got 36% Aether resist, so that'll add 25, so that'll take us to what, 61? Yeah, 61. Much better than 35 or whatever it was. 36. I always kill her. I'm not a good narrator. I need some more DPS. This level 17 weapon's just not getting it. Mr. Devastation attack. Got hit by part of that one. You want physical damage, maybe bleed or internal trauma damage, or all 3 really. Alright, so this gave us another quest to go to the Tomb of Korvaak and kill some cultist priests, so we're actually going to go do that. I think it was Act 4, Part 1 or 2 that I found this tomb and said we would get a quest to come back later. That quest is right now. These guys do chaos damage, so what's my chaos resist? 29. So now we're up to 54, but unfortunately it took our Aether resist away because you can only have 1 oil on at a time now. There's 1 priest dead. They all pretty much kind of hang around the start. I'm just going to blow through here because the DPS is pretty good if we're in here. These cloth caster type monsters, they die pretty quickly to physical damage. So it's usually just 1 blast and then they'll bleed out, or maybe I'll hit them again. Or if it crits, they just do a 1 shot. There, you see the quest is done. So technically, you could port back and turn it in and get the next part, but I'm going to explore this because I think there's some lore notes in here. And I want to clear the place. Mainly because we're a little behind on experience too, even with doing all the zones. Because once we kill the final boss in Act 4, it's going to give us a level 50 item. And right now we're only level 42. So who wants to sit on a potentially good item for 8 levels? Which that's another thing that Diablo 4 did get right. I like how it'll scale an item down to your level. So whenever you find something, you can always equip it. That's about the only thing I like about Diablo 4. my overlay at? Why is it 144? Video. All right, it's supposed to be 100. Oh, well, whatever. I had to take the frame limiter off from the NVIDIA control panel. It was causing micro stutters in the Some games don't mind being limited by the NVIDIA app, but this one specifically does, so I just quit using it. I have my monitor set at 100 Hertz, so I don't really know how this game says it's running at 144. But, okay, Billy. Maybe there's not a lore note down here. We've about got it all cleared. I thought there was. Did we kill that boss back there already? I guess I need to go look. Must have killed him so fast I didn't even notice. Broken wall. What do we got? Hidden spoils and a weathered chest. I did kill the boss because this is his monster infrequent. It adds physical damage to Warcry and +3 to break morale. That's a nice amulet, or not an amulet, a medal. But I'm gonna keep what I got right now because one, I'm not using Warcry at all, and two, I like the secondary resist that medal provides. And it doesn't matter that we're running it 144 frames because the CPU temp's at 40 and the GPU's at 37, so it's nothing to really even worry about. All right, return to Captain Reeve. We'll go do that. See if he's got another part. Cultists are dead. Got some iron and some rep. There's nothing there, but there is a quest in... Nope, not yet. Once you get... Black Legion. Once you get honored with Black Legion, or maybe you gotta go... I'm gonna come back and look because we get a quest to go kill the Herald of Destruction. And she gives it to you, but maybe it's after you secure the Inner Necropolis Rift Gate. I'm going to go secure that and then go back and check. How many devotion points we got? 23, so we got quite a few more to get. There's 2 more that we'll find here on our way. Huh. I think there's a lore note around this corner someplace. Maybe not. We'll find out. Unless I made a bad class choice. Hope not, because it's too late now. This is what we got. Nice, an ether cluster. That guy might get hit. The Gates of Necropolis is actually a pretty big map. Mostly Aether and Chaos damage though. So if you're resisting either one of those are low, you're going to have a tougher time. Here's a side entrance that we're going to go into, this crypt. And I'll spoil it for you, there's a devotion shrine in here. The Black Sepulchre. Or Sepulchre, depending on how you say it. I think it's Sepulchre is the correct way, but you can let me know in the comments if you think it's wrong. Guys got vitality damage, and my vitality is pretty low, 52. But I can't take off anything to put on a soul shard, because if I do that, my elemental resist will go low. It's part of the reason Act 4 is pretty tough on a lot of new players. You don't have you haven't found the gear for the resist, and you end up just dying over and over and over. And if you're hardcore, well, you only die once. You keep running out of energy, so see if any of these got the right stuff in it. Well, there's some Aether resist, but we'll lose 56% poison and acid, and we're only 9% over, so there we'll be trading one for another. There's Anasteria's pants. What's these? There's some nicer shoulders. Level 48, and we're what? 43, so now we won't be using those. Sometimes RNG is not kind. See, there's our devotion point. There's our totem there. So we'll do both of those. This crypt is a pretty big place. I usually just go straight to the devotion point and pour it out, so for the purpose of this playthrough, we're going to explore a little, because that's the whole point of this playlist. For a few minutes. One of them put me into a trap. Alright, they're dead. What do we got here? I don't believe any of this stuff can help us. Nope. And I got 500,000 iron. I'm good for this playthrough. I don't have to pick up a lot of stuff. Not to sell unless I really wanted to. Some folks pick up everything and sell everything and they got 10 million iron. Which is nice. I mean, you can transfer that with a vendor in Forgotten Gods. You can exchange it for bars and buy and sell it back and forth if you wanted. I generally don't do that though unless I want to try to craft something and need a bunch of iron to do it, like maybe I'm trying to make some fancy boots or gloves or something. Here's his monster frequent demonic mark of Playtest of the Wolf. Alright, well, nothing here for us, so we gotta head back out. Sometimes you can go this way, and it's just a short entrance, but this specific map seed we gotta walk all the way around, which is fine because I forgot a spot over here. Let's see what's back here. Probably nothing except a few mobs to kill. Yep. Tempest Sigil. This is a good blue item if you're shaman. You do a lot of lightning damage. That'd be good, especially for like primal strike and maybe savagery. Here's some of these chilled spectral longswords that we saw in the Steps of Torment. This one does Shadow Strikes and Rune of Hegarod. The bludgeon does Alexra's Flash Freeze and Trojan's Sky Shard. So if you use any of those 4 skills, this is a good place to come and get your stuff. Alright, so we're going to go down here to complete Ghoul. That gives us 15 physique, spirit, and defense, and gives us 3 red for the bonus, which unlocked Wendigo, but I don't believe we'd be using that because that's vitality. But it probably unlocked Giant's Blood or Behemoth. So this is a good one to have, a good circuit breaker. So I'm going to populate this one next for some health, flat to health and flat to health regen bonuses. Renegades of Protection. Just 2 resist. Let's see what's over here. Not really a whole lot of anything. Kind of going the wrong way here now. I usually go a different way. But I also never fully explore the map. I always just go right to the rib gate. Over here's a blacksmith, Horos the Cursed Smith. I'll show you what he can do since we're almost there. So this guy, he has the normal patterns of stuff, but if you scroll down, he can convert things. Like he can convert blood of Chthon to tainted brain matter. He can convert ancient hearts to blood of Chthon. Convert tainted brain matter to ancient hearts, etc., etc. So if you're crafting something and you need a specific part, that's a good place to go if you don't have them. I've been playing for a while. I have several level 100s on this account since the reset. I mean, the playtest went live, I believe, on February 3rd. March 4th. So. That's right, I said March 4th. March 4th, 2026. And you see, you don't level very fast. We're still just level 43. I'm going to go up here and get this totem. That'll get us a good chunk of experience. These guys, turns out they do not like physical damage. You see how fast they went down. Brawler's gloves, that might help us, maybe. It's nice, but it doesn't have any resist. We'll lose Pierce and Elemental. So just can't do it because we're not overcapped enough to be swapping things around like that. And for me, this right here is about where I call the dead spot of the game. Once you get over level 50, you start finding other items that have more resist on them. But right now, it feels like it's in a, I don't know, like a dead zone, if you will. Like, let me know in the comments if you experience the same type of stuff that I do on your runs. I mean, I'm sure I have items in my stash that are probably better, but the whole point of the playlist is what a new player would experience. So this is everything I found minus a few components, because it's kind of hard to not use that now since everything comes out of the shared stash, which is a feature of 1.3. You can't not disable it. You can't turn it off. I mean, I guess you could not click the button, but the quality of life is so good, man. I just click the button. Alright, there's a devotion point. We want to get Behemoth. We don't have... yeah, we don't have Berserker unlocked yet, so we're just going to get here. Whoops, almost did it again. I almost closed the game. There's the rift gate up there. There's a level up the bull rush. That's one of our, that's our offensive skill that we have attached to force wave. Well, not skill, devotion. But yeah, I feel like we are in a dead zone around this level, but also it feels a little easier too. Like I remember coming through here in Ashes of Malmoth and just getting obliterated because I didn't find any Aether gear or any Chaos Resist gear, and I just died. Like my guy just like fell over when they looked at me wrong. So this is a little mini event right here. They obviously don't want us capturing this. Don't want us capturing this one. This guy here is the mobs that drop our axe.
Took you long enough. There I thought I'd have to save the world all by myself. The cult of Chthon is too numerous for us to take them head on. But we can sabotage their efforts with a few precise attacks, while our Black Legion friends keep them distracted elsewhere. It appears that the ritual is being powered by blood harvested at the cult's camps, delivered here in despicable blood wagons. To complicate matters, the constant flow of blood is maintaining a chthonic seal over the entrance to the Tomb of the Watchers. I may be able to breach it with some effort, but there is no way you would be able to follow me through. You will have to disrupt the blood deliveries first. The tomb itself is split into 3 levels, with the bottom floor sealed off behind ancient wards. But if the cult is delivering blood in those quantities, then they must have already broken through them. I'm going to enter the tomb and see if I can disrupt the ritual from inside. In the meantime, you should deal with the blood wagons. When you're finished, join me on the bottom level, just beyond the seal of the Lughorian. With luck, we will stop the cult of Chthon before the Lughorian even moves a tentacled limb.
Thank you for watching and subscribe for more.